Ms. Hardaway.
So my name is Jheri Hardaway. I am an educator at Capital Prep Harlem as well as Harlem Children's Zone. I value leadership tremendously because as a leader, I feel like sometimes it's lonely at the top, right? We know that, but frequently as a leader, you need support. And one thing that's made a big difference in the success of my classroom is student leadership. Because when I can count on the students for support, I can count on you to be finished with your expectations so you can pass out these papers. I can count on you to have your homework done so you're ready to have discussions in class. I can count on you to do the reading so you're ready to, utilize our standards based on that content to complete activities. The leadership is very important to me because I'm a leader and I need other people that are going to support the mission. It's very, very hard when you can't count on your leadership. When leadership is in a place where you can't coexist and work productively, the ship starts to sink. So at North Carolina A&T, leadership is baked into you from the time that you step on campus. There's a class that every freshman has to take called University Experience. And it's, 100 level class, 1 hour once a week, but it teaches you the history of the university. It's kind of like an extended scavenger hunt because they send you places, go find this building, go to the library, find this video and watch it, go do this, so it really teaches you about the university. So through that experience is when I had heard about the Greensboro 4 before, but through that experience at North Carolina A&T on the 1st of every February since 1960 when the 4 freshmen walked to the Woolworths building downtown Greensboro, about 15-20 minute walk, and sat down at the lunch counter and requested to be served, and which was one of the major events in the beginning of the civil rights movement that brought about a lot of other activism. And at A&T on the 1st of February, they have a presentation at like 6 o'clock. They have breakfast at 6 o'clock in the morning. Then they have a presentation that starts at 7, and then at 8 they do a commemorative walk to Woolworths. So out of the 4, there are 2 that are still living, and one is Major General Joseph McNeil. He's originally from Wilmington, moved to Harlem in the 40s, 50s, I believe, with his parents that were from Wilmington looking for work, and heard Malcolm X speak on 125th. And so he told me, I was able to interview him, and he told me that was one of those experiences that lit a fire under him. And actually the sit-in wasn't his first protest. He was working at a Pepsi plant as well, and they were treating the black employees different from the white employees, and he was a part of some efforts to try and address that as well. So Major General Joseph McNeil would be there every single year, as well as Ezell Blair, who is now known as Dr. Jabril Kazan, among other names. He lives in Boston, in the same city as where Frederick Douglass went, and he, in the same area of Boston. And I was able to interview Dr. Kazan as well. And Dr. Kazan mentioned to me that the woman who was teaching him Sunday school, because all of them had to leave Greensboro after the movement because they couldn't find jobs, people were threatening them. Just in case anybody doesn't know how the story ends, after 3-4 months of people sitting in and it spread all across the South, Woolworths had to open up their lunch counter. So Major General McNeil shared with me that he went back to Woolworths and he sat down and he ordered a coffee and a slice of pie. And he said it wasn't very good, he didn't finish it, and he left. So I was just like, it was so hysterical to me because, after this whole movement that he sparked, and then he was like, I'm good. And that's just the kind of man he is. He's very just mild-mannered, very military, very neat, put together, and you can just see, because he was in ROTC then, when the movement was happening. So when you see the picture of the 4 of them, you see him in his uniform. So it's just an incredible experience. A&T really just introduced me to activism, introduced me to leadership, and put my mind in a state where I felt like I can't not say something when I see that something's wrong.
And why do you think student leadership and student activism is important, and maybe more important than regular adult-led activism?
Student activism, I believe, is important because if you teach somebody to advocate for themselves, if you teach them to stand up and say, hey, this is what I believe, this is why, right? A lot of times I've experienced students who are evolving into leaders. They just want to fight for something, just want to stand. They just want to be that rebel. But I'm like, you got to find your cause. You know, we build these 3D paragraphs. You have a main idea, but your main idea has to have 3 details to support it. So you can't just say we shouldn't have to wear a uniform because I don't like it. You have to say, hey, we shouldn't have to wear a uniform because I have to wash mine a lot because I only have 2 and it's wasting water and it's contributing to global warming and climate change. You know, if you can support your stance, then it makes your argument valid. But if you're just arguing, are you an activist? Are you a leader? Or are you rebel rouser? You know? So I'm trying to encourage the students to look at activism and look at leadership through a lens of productive and positive change instead of just being hot-headed.
You guys look beautiful this morning. Clap it up for yourselves. Make some noise for yourself for being on time. All right, so this is the part where we transition to being quiet. Because we've got some people coming to the mic today that are ready to represent you and help lead you to the path of excellence.
My name is Jheri Williams, and I am in St. Joseph's currently in the 9th grade, and I'm running for head girl.
My name is Amina Horn. I'm in St. Joseph. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm running for head girl.
My name is Jakai McDaniel. I'm in 8th grade, and I'm in NCAT, and I'm running for 8th grade prefect in House of Perry.
My name is Jheri Williams. I'm in Penn State, 9th grade, running for head boy.
My name is Michaela James. I am in the 9th grade. I am running for 9th grade prefects and house captain of floor.
My name is Relina. I'm in the 9th grade. I am in Penn State, and I'm running for head girl.
My name is Dante Smith. I'm in the 9th grade. My cohort is VSU, and I'm running for head boy and house captain of against.
Good morning, Capital Prep. Good morning, Taylor. Okay, so raise your hand if you think that the school needs a little bit of change. Okay, so look around and look at all of your peers. Almost this whole gym raised their hand, right? Okay, so for me, if you vote for me for head girl, I will ensure that we together, not just you, but all of us together will make the change together. And we're going to make the school better than what it is right now. So, and it's not just vote for me for head girl so we can make a change, but I want to make sure that this change stays. It's not just going to be one day that, oh, this is going to happen. We're going to enforce this throughout the whole school year, throughout the whole Capital Prep, throughout all of the school. So, I think you should vote for me for head girl, and I'll make sure your wishes come true.
What's your name? What's your name?
Jheri Williams.
Jheri Williams.
Good morning, scholars. You should nominate me for head boy and house captain for Paginski because my voice is your voice. Being in Paginski for 3 years gives me a little bit more insight on the house. As head boy, I feel that I will be able to give more opportunities for students who deserve it. In the past, I haven't taken things seriously, and this opportunity gives me the chance to do that. And as head boy, I will work on more fun trips and more interactions with other students. I will work on getting more gym time since not a lot of students participate in sports. That's it.
Okay, so I don't need the mic.
She said she don't need the mic. She don't need the mic. Let's go.
Okay, so hello. My name is Ramina Gray, and I'm running for head girl. I'm honored to be representing you all. I will fight for what you guys want as student body to see improve on campus, but do it while actively following the CPREP expectation. Being in CPEP for 3 years, at first becoming head girl was furthest from my reality, but this year I want to make a change, so vote me head girl.
Good morning, Capital Prep. My name is Michaela. I want to be 9th grade prefix and house captain for Florida because I don't want to be the vouch for us. I want to be the vouch for 9th grade because we have a voice and we all need to be heard as one. I want better trips for us, better outside activities and inside, better food access, but in order to get those things, we need to work on our behavior as a whole, to each other, to our peers, and the way we act towards everything outside and inside. I want to be house captain of Florida because I want to be able to give us the access that we want and not get in trouble because of everybody else, and to work on ourselves better. So, yeah.
Good morning, Capital Prep. Okay, so for the people who don't know me, my name is Amina and I'll be running for head girl. I feel like being head girl to me means being a leader and an advocate for not only the students but the teachers as well. I vow to be your voice, not just a voice, with the school administration. I feel like being head girl to me, it was not something that I foreseen to want to be, but now I feel like as being in 9th grade, we're all finding ourselves and we all finding out what we want to do, and I know I want to fight for others people equality. So I will appreciate your vote, and if elected, I will continue to fight for the things that are important to the students, no matter how big or small anybody thinks it is. So thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jheri Hardaway, and I'm running for house captain of Perry, and I'm also running for 8th grade prefect. I believe that the school needs a change, and my voice is your guys' voice, so all together we can make a change.
Morning, Capital Prep.
Morning, Jeremiah.
My name is Jeremiah Williams. I am running for the position of head boy for the 2018-2019 school year. Throughout my 2 months after school, I noticed that some students have issues that they want to speak out about. But the problem is, most of the time they're not educated, not educated, but they find to present themselves in the wrong way. That's where I'll come in. I will be your voice. I will make sure you will be heard. Think Williams, vote Jeremiah. Thank you.
Valid.
Alright, my name is Mason. I don't really have a speech. I wasn't prepared, but just vote for me, you know.